What's up, everyone? I'm CEO Conolly. I got something a little different. Of course, you got to see the fact that I look bald without my ponytail in front of me. Got a little something different today. So I decided to do something just a little bit crazy. As you've seen in some of my author photos, my hair was purple. I did that for my niece's graduation. We were doing crazy things for her graduation. She went from bleach blonde hair, which is just her natural hair. Her natural hair color is like a platinum blonde, which mine used to be. But I think because I've colored my hair like red/burgundy for the last, let's see, I colored it that way in high school. And then when I was pregnant with my son, I tried coloring it that way. But for some reason, like the doctor had told me that my hormones and stuff wouldn't get me the same color that I needed. And it didn't. My hair turned out hot pink rather than red like it was supposed to be. So anyway, so I hadn't colored my hair that way until my mid-20s. And then I started coloring my hair red again. So I colored my hair, let's see, this was last year that I colored my hair purple. And up until then, I'd been coloring it red. I don't know. It's been a few years. So I'd been coloring it red for a really long time, which is 12 years. Don't do the math. It's not pretty. But anyway. So my hair was that platinum blonde color before I'd started coloring it red. And now it's like this darkish blonde because I haven't colored it since May of last year. So now it's like a dark blonde, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what color you call that. It kind of has a red tint to it. I remember when I was working at Chili's and I had a customer, she was all like, "Oh, I love your hair color. Who do you get that from, your mom or your dad?" And I was like, a box? Because my hair is naturally this, like, you can kind of see this white blonde. I'm trying to get it without the, okay, there you go. You can kind of see, like, the white blonde that goes right along my hairline. I don't know why that comes out white blonde, but then it just, like, grows into this darker blonde. I don't know. I have no idea what all that's about. But that white color, that's what color my hair used to be. It used to have this white platinum blonde look to it. I don't know. Anyway, so I have colored it purple in the past. Yes, in a lot of my author photos, I do have the Snapchat filter on because, I mean, really, Snapchat just makes me look better. But anyway, so for this haunted Halloween show that I'm going to be going to on September 28th and 29th, 2019. See you there. Anyway, I decided to do a little something different with my hair. And I thought maybe it might be kind of interesting to watch how I ruin myself every time I attempt to color my hair. Before we get into that, I will talk about what I got on here. These are writing gloves from Story Arts. I've heard about them from Kristen Martin. She talks about them in her writing videos. And I was like, oh my God, those are awesome. Because for some reason, like I had made myself some of these. I like to crochet. I'm not an old lady. I've been doing it since I was like, 6, 8, something like that. Anyway, 10 maybe. So my mom taught me to crochet when I was a little kid. So I can do it. And I think it's kind of fun. I make a lot of stuff. But anyway, so I had crocheted some of these little things. The only difference is that once I get to the end, I can't figure out what to do with that end piece. So it kind of sticks out and eventually it starts to unravel. So anyway, so I'd made some of these and I was like, oh, I love those. Plus, not only that, my husband likes the AC inside really cold. And since we put this stuff up in the windows to block the sun from coming in, it's really dark in here. And it also makes the air conditioner a lot colder. So I'm always freezing. Like my fingertips are numb right now. But I'm glad my hands are warm. I did have my sweatshirt on, but I took it off. Because I was like, my sweatshirt was in the last video, so we're going to take that off. Anyway, so I thought I'd talk about these. These are, it's got like a little story on here. Well, I can't really say story. It's The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. So, and it's the words specifically from that story. Anyway, I love them. Please go check out Story Arts. They're amazing. If you get onto their Instagram, you can actually click the link to their website. Love it. I'm going to get the scarf. I'm going to get the bag. I'm going to get everything. Of course, my husband was like, now you're spending a lot of money. And I'm like, yes, I am. But I've been looking at these for months. And because I had said something, my husband actually surprised me with these. And I'm so excited. I love them. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. I am going to take these off, though, because the hair color is a little bright. So I am going to color my hair. And I'm used to doing it from a box. Now, here's the difference. Because when I normally do the red by myself, when nobody else is around and I'm putting the color and stuff in my hair, for some reason, I miss chunks. So I end up with like these weird streaks of like this blonde in the red. And it seems... If I put my hair up in a ponytail, you can't notice. But if my hair is down, like you can see the streaks of blonde that I missed with the red. So my husband had got to the point where he was squeezing that stuff into my hair, and then I was just mixing it in. So I wouldn't miss any spots, right? Makes sense. The only problem is, though, is that when I hold my hair like this for him to get the ends, he puts so much on it that one time I flipped my hair. This is when we were in the house. And most houses have like a grayish white carpet. So I flipped my hair and I got like a nice big spot of the red on the carpet right near the bathroom. The bathroom doesn't have carpet. The bedroom, on the other hand, did. So I flipped my hair. The hair colored under the carpet. And it had been there for like 5 years. I attempted to get it out. I actually did a few things to get it out, and it got to the point where it was lightening, but not completely. Now, the people who bought the house didn't give a shit. They didn't care that it was even there, which was great, because my son had apparently spilled something red and blue on the carpet, and I don't know if you know or not, but red and blue are the two colors that are very difficult to get out of carpet. And, of course, my hair color was red. Pretty sure they were looking to redo the floors anyway. We did leave them with the hardwood planks that we had changed out, the downstairs, all the way up the stairs, and all in the loft area. I guess you could call it a loft. It wasn't really a game room because it was a small area. Anyway, train. So I've decided I'm going to color my hair, but I didn't want it to be like a drastic thing where all of a sudden, you know, one video I've got this hair, and the next video it's blue. So I thought, maybe I could do a video half and half. So I will be coloring my hair blue. Now, there is one thing, because I live in an RV, I have to use the outdoor shower to rinse it off. Now, we have neighbors right where we're parked right now. We have neighbors that are literally right there. So I'm not going to take you outside because I'm still not comfortable with that. I'm getting there. I'm just not going to walk around with my camera right now, but... Anyway, so I figured I would half and half the video. But at this point, I was going to show you... Hold on, because I'm going to get this. So in my last video, I showed you the stickers. The stickers that I was going to put on the bags. Well, the bags came in, so I went ahead and put those stickers on the bags so you can see. I went ahead and, you know, I've got it all stuck down. I mean, you can tell it's a sticker because the bag and the sticker paper are like two different colors white, but that's okay. I don't care. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to put one on the other side. I just feel like I probably should. And now that I have a discount card to Office Depot because my mom is the best. Not like she bought me one, but she had one for work. And I told her, because she was like, if you need any help, let me know. I said, yeah, a copy of the discount card you got. She's like, okay. I was kind of making a joke, like I did the laughy faces afterward, and I don't know. Anyway, she gave it to me, so yay. Which makes it easier on me because I can get like a 30 to 40 cent discount on color copies. So anyway, it's got like the paper handles. It's a really nice, thick bag. And I will show you, because at first when they came in, I was like, oh no, they're too small. They're not the right size. My husband goes, no, they're good. They're right. I was like, okay, maybe. Sorry, that's my sweatshirt. I just threw it off and started the video. So here is Forbidden Affair. It is in 5.5 by 8.5. So it's like half the size of a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. But, so it is a 5.5 by 8.5. This is the bigger size because Friendly Misfortunes is smaller than this, but that's okay. So I put it in the bag and it fits. And it's perfect. Like, the bag itself is perfect for this book. It fits. And I'm like, yes! Perfect! Oops, sorry, Kira's. Sorry, I forget my dog's right here and I just, like, whacked her. I'm sorry, baby. So, the book fits perfectly. Got no problems with that. I'm really excited. Started packing stuff up into a bag. You know how sometimes you go places and you get, like, the reusable bags? Well, since we live in an RV, we have several from Camping World, because when we first got the RV, we went to Camping World a lot to get a bunch of stuff that we could have, like the chalks, the blocks, all that stuff. And I know most of y'all probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, so, well, when you get a lot of stuff, they have these reusable bags that they give you, rather than those cheapy plastic bags, because some of that stuff is heavy. Well, these are heavy-duty reusable bags, and we have several of them. So I was like, that's perfect. I'm going to start packing my stuff inside these reusable bags. So I've got one that has all 60 of these paper bags in there and my easel. So for now, that's in there. Oh, and the cheesecloth bloody thing that's going over top of the table, and the drape that I got to put over all my books and stuff like that. So that's all in that one bag. It's a very big bag. There are quite a few other things that I might be able to put in that bag as well. I don't think it's big enough to put the foam board down in, but that's fine. Ooh, excuse me. So anyway, so I do have everything prepared and ready to go for the, oh goodness. It's only when I'm hungry and I have a lot of coffee in me. But I am getting everything together for the convention because it is only in a couple of weeks. I also have a nervous stomach, so sometimes I start getting like these little, not really butterflies, but like creepy crawlies is how I can explain it. It's almost like there's a bunch of spiders in my stomach moving around. It causes a lot of stuff to go in. Whew. Anyway, that's why I don't like job interviews. Job interviews give me a nervous stomach. I'm just like, ugh. But anyway, so I have 250 of these bags. 60 of them right now have the stickers on them. But they're good bags and they fit my books. So I can use them for any convention. And there are 3 more next year. I think it's 3. I know there's 4 next year, but only 3 that I've applied to. 1 I have to wait until January to apply to, they said, so that's fine. So I have at least 2 I've applied to. Texas Frightmare, their price is like $200 more than some of the other places. And I'm not ready for that because Texas Frightmare is huge. Like this year in 2020 is their 15th year doing the convention. So they're huge. Like, I feel like I'm so small and insignificant that I'm not ready to do Texas Frightmare. If that doesn't say anything. I literally feel like I'm so small and insignificant. But to do, like, the one that I'm doing, the Scarydad's Haunted Halloween show, this is their 3rd year. Their first year was during Harvey. I don't know if anybody remembers Harvey, but Harvey was devastating for the Houston area. And I think it was great that they decided, well, I mean, they decided before Harvey because they were ready to go, but this was, when they did the convention, and it actually, you know, the date and everything was after Harvey had happened, And the devastation was just awful. My sister-in-law was flooded out. She lived with us for 3 months until their house was livable again. And when I say livable, I mean their outside was completed. Their inside, not so much. But they had gotten out everything that they possibly could. They had removed anything that could potentially be moldy. And they got new vehicles, so they were able to drive themselves around again because both vehicles got flooded out. Their house was in, I don't know, like their entire downstairs had to be completely redone. And they had to throw out a lot of furniture. And this was not the first time that their house had flooded. It was the second time their house had flooded. And the worst part is that they had just finished redoing their house from the first flood when Harvey came. So technically they were in a newer house when Harvey showed up. But anyway, I mean, it was devastating. It was hard to look at. Plus, my sister-in-law lives in a neighborhood that is connected to a neighborhood that I grew up in. So it was pretty awful to see that my childhood neighborhoods, the three that I used to ride my bike through, all three of these neighborhoods, they're all connected and everything. And I used to ride my bike through these neighborhoods, and it was so devastating to see just the awful stuff that happened through there. And of course, you know, the whole entire Houston area was devastated. It was just depressing. And they decided that, you know what, we're going to go ahead with the convention because, you know, everybody needs something to stop thinking about just the awful, horrible thing that just happened. And it turned out great. Everybody was so happy. Everybody was grateful to have something that they're not thinking about the fact that, you know, I just lost my house, or, you know, having to redo my house or whatever. So I kind of feel a connection with them, and I'm so glad that I was able, you know, that they found me technically, because he sent me an email and I was like, oh my God, thank God. And I actually feel connected, I guess. I don't know. So, and I'm attempting not to cry right now because it really was devastating to see all the damage and stuff that had happened. But I'm willing to support a convention that legitimately was there for people during the worst time. Because it was worse than what they called the tax day floods, which was in 2017. And no, that was 2016. That was 2016. 2016, because Harvey was 2017. 2016, they called it the tax day floods, only because it was right around April 15th. So, and that was awful. We had 4 different exits to get out of our neighborhood, and I couldn't get out of any of them because our entire neighborhood was flooded, and the main roads were flooded. And there was a fire station that was in front of our neighborhood, and the fire trucks came out and blocked every exit and said, no, you're not getting out here. You cannot leave the neighborhood. We were trapped in the neighborhood. And of course, in my mind, all I could think about was the fact was, I have to go to work. I can't get to work. Nobody could. My husband couldn't get to work. Like the fact that, you know, he ends up turning around and he's in a big truck and he turns around and he's like, don't go that way. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm just in this, you know, crossover. It's not really an SUV. It's considered as a crossover, so it's lower to the ground. But anyway, so he's in a bigger truck and he says, you can't go that way. And I'm going, oh my God, I can't get out of the neighborhood. So that was the first time they flooded. But the tax day floods came in 2016. Harvey came in 2017. But the tax day floods were not as bad for Houston as Harvey was. Harvey was horrible. We legitimately, me, my son, and my son's friend, were standing outside. You know, it wasn't raining too bad at that time, but we were standing outside and you see a funnel cloud start to form. And the next thing you hear, a tornado ripped its way down the street, and we watched it form in the sky. It was terrifying. As soon as we realized what was going on, we went inside, we hung out, we stayed away from everything that we possibly could. Because, I mean, we watched the water. And I think this is why I feel so bad for everything. We were watching the water in the retention pond that we had behind our house. We were watching the water come up to the top and start to overflow off that retention pond. But as soon as they opened up the levees and allowed I don't know if they're called levees here. I know they're called levees in um, Louisiana. I'm sorry, Louisiana. That's my Texan coming out where I'm like, Louisiana. Um, but I know that they're called levees there. I can't remember what they're called here. They say it all the time, but I just don't pay attention that much because I've never been in a flood zone. But as soon as they opened it up and all that water went somewhere else, the retention pond behind our house drained, and then we get a call from my sister-in-law and her house is flooded. Because all that water that was starting to come our way was drained out and went towards her. Luckily, though, the city is looking to buy her house. They're going to take the house out and turn it into, drainage area for the neighborhood, which she's fine with because she does not want to deal with this again. But there's a bayou behind her house. So she's seen the water come up, but she'd never had a problem until the tax day floods. It was the first time the house flooded. And then Harvey. And I don't think they want to go through this again. But, we are in a hurricane zone. Now, of course, we've moved further out. We are literally in a town that we'll probably get tornadoes and stuff. And when we went out there right before we purchased the property, because the guy was, getting everything set up so that we could purchase the property. But when we had gone out there, we talked to a few of the neighbors and asked about, Harvey and stuff and how it did out there. And they were like, oh, we got some rain. So we are far enough out. Most likely we may not see any hurricanes, but we'll probably see tornadoes because, tornadoes will hit anywhere. But the entire city, including some of the towns around it, when I say towns, I'm talking about like Katy and Cypress and, stuff like that. Pasadena, I believe. But it was devastating. They got tornadoes everywhere. There was a bank and a Walgreens that got hit with this tornado, and there was a guy sitting in his truck in the Walgreens parking lot getting ready to leave when the tornado decided to take his truck. It lifted it up, dropped it on its side with the guy in his truck. Harvey was devastating, to say the least. I mean, it was awful. As a matter of fact, I think a first responder died in the floodwaters trying to get home. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that. So the convention's been going on for 3 years, since 2017. So this is their third year. So 2017, 2018, and 2019. This is their third year. And I'm thinking, okay, they're still small enough. I can go into the small one. And then the one that's in June next year, I'm not going to mention their name until I get a definite on whether or not I'm going to go, because I'm going to talk to the guy at the convention and see if I can't get a spot as a vendor at his for June of next year, because I was really looking forward to that because it's their first year. And if I can get in on the ground floor the first year, I will be happy. And then there's one in February that I applied to as well, because they're looking for vendors. So I applied to that one. That one's in Bastrop. Bastrop is a small town. Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and promote something right now. Bastrop also has the gas station. Legitimately, that's what it's called. It is the gas station from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. And they have turned it into a barbecue restaurant. And then there's cabins behind it that you can stay in. Oh my God, they have the best food. And they also have like a gift shop, I guess you could call it. And they have the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre van in their parking lot. It is amazing. Their food is great. If you ever get to Bastrop, Texas, go to the gas station. Just saying. Anyway, I'm going to go color my hair. We'll see what this looks like. This is probably going to be a very long video because I'm just rambling on, and all I want to do is just not shock everybody with the fact that, oh my God, she's got blue hair. I'm just saying. I might even show you halfway through. But for now, I'm going to go color my hair blue. It's blue. But my hair is not light blonde. It's like a dark blonde. So I'm not sure what this blue is going to come out to look like, because it has like dark blonde, but it's not the same dark blonde like my hair. My hair still has light elements to it. But because my hair is about 100 shades of blonde, like you can see some of the gold, and then you see like some of the dirty blonde, and then you see some of the dark blonde. And it's like my hair has always been 100 colors. So anytime I color my hair a regular color, it looks natural. Plus I'm white because I'm Irish. So Or I have some Irish, but I also have some Italian and some German. I'm a mutt. But aren't we all? Blue hair! Okay, due to the fact that my dog is in my spot where I normally sit, ignore the kitchen behind me and the foam plates that are right here, because we don't have a dishwasher and I don't like to clean dishes. But can we first just talk about... Sorry, let me put that down. I don't usually have that, man. Apparently there were holes in the glove. Like, this was way worse. It was all in here, but I managed to get most of that out. I got here. Like, can we just... Why? If you were going to do something or have a hair color that's going to stain the skin, can we just get thicker gloves? I'm just saying. I'd rather have thicker gloves that are not going to stain my fingers. But this is why I'm doing this now, because as you can see, I'm not very good about getting the top of my head here. Oh, that's nice. Yes. So nice. All right in here. Thank you, Valentine. Hi. So, anyway, I'm not very good at this, so what I do is... Yeah, I'm going to do... There's my cat. She's going to vie for my attention. But I like to do this early before I have anything big, because any of these stains and everything will have washed off by the time I get there. So for the Scarydad thing, it will be gone. Valentine, please leave my coffee alone. That is for me. I know. But to top it off, I managed to hit my hand. I don't know if you can see it right here. I managed to hit my finger right before on the wall, and I gashed it, and then I was like, looks okay, stuffed it into the glove, but then when I pulled it out, there was blood all over my hand, and I'm like, awesome, as if this wasn't any worse. So it's blood, blue, but this is supposed to sit for 45 minutes to an hour in my hair, because my hair is so light, I don't know if I want it in my hair that long. So I will set a timer, and then I'll come back once it's dry and everything. And yeah, ooh, the back is still really wet. Cool, but that's why I have the black towel. This is my hair color towel. It's the only black one we took from the house because I colored my hair, and I don't... It's cheaper if I do it myself from my crazy oh, okay. Yeah. And this is all over the back of my neck as well. But as long as my hair is down, you can't tell. Yeah. Kitchen. You can see my coffee maker. All right here. I don't know if you can really see anything else because Valentine's head. Hi, honeys. Valentine. Hi. Hi. Anyway, she likes kisses, don't ya? No. Anyway, so when it's all done, it's not going to be too much of a shock because I went from my regular hair to the blue hair. So it's not going to be all of a sudden I'm doing a video and it's like, oh, blue hair. Yeah, no, you get to see the process, except for the coloring of, because I'm not a beauty tuber, so I'm not going to show it to you because I'm not that dumb. Anyway, this is kind of a prep for the convention, only because I like to do things that are eccentric for big events. I don't know, like my niece's graduation. I colored my hair purple, you know, and I just like to do, oh, I hope I'm not leaning on that. I just like to do very eccentric things right before an event, and this way it keeps, as weird as this is going to sound, it keeps me from getting too nervous. And yes, this is going to be the one and only time you will ever see me without glasses, because I just prefer never to have them off, only because I cannot see. So if I'm looking kind of awkward, it's because I'm literally, everything is very, very blurry to me. I legitimately, like even the keys on my keyboard right here, they're very blurry to me. I have to have my glasses on. I just don't want blue on my glasses. So anyway, this is the result before it's been washed out. It's feeling very crunchy. And then when I come back and it's all dry and it's finished, I'll show you what I used. But so far, I think it's nice. But yeah, I like to do things that are eccentric only because it keeps me from getting less nervous. Especially when you go to a horror event because you almost kind of fit in. I don't know. But yeah, I like doing things that are eccentric and, off center because of the fact that it makes me less nervous about being somewhere. It's almost like I feel like I'm not really invisible, but like less like a weirdo. I want to make myself look more like a weirdo just so I don't look like a weirdo. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'll show you what it looks like afterwards and how much staining I still have on my skin when I'm done. Okay, bye. Oh, and I just wanted to make one, I don't know, PSA. I guess my hair is naturally curly. It's just that it's so thin that 9 times out of 10 it won't hold the curl because it just kind of goes because it's very, very flat. But you can kind of see like the waves from my natural hair where it's like kind of starting to curl up just a little bit, which is yay for me because I like it when it's curly. Oh my god, did I miss some spots? I really don't care if I did because, see, this is what I'm talking about. Some spots are lighter and some spots are darker. Like, it doesn't make any sense. My hair is weird. It takes in the color weird. But I love how it says 30 washes. Like, it'll wash out in 30 washes. But in my hair, it's probably more like, I don't know, 10. Because my hair doesn't hold color very well. But it is very wavy. I don't know if you can see that. I can see it in front of me. But for some reason, it seems like the camera is not taking in the waves. Maybe if I do it. Ah, there you go. It's very crunchy. I will tell you that much. It is very crunchy. But you can kind of see my hair is naturally curly. It's just very, very thin, so it doesn't hold the curl. It's also knotted very, very badly. Doesn't matter how much I brushed it before I put the color in. It's knotted. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so it's been about an hour, so I'm going to take my keys, go to my outdoor shower, and rinse this out. And when I get back, I will probably dry it, and we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, this is the aftermath. I did get quite a bit of blue here on my face and on both of my ears.
Let's just only do the math. 40 times 7.
And don't worry about what you're hearing. That's just my niece on FaceTime.
7 to 80.
I'm going to turn her down real quick. Okay. So I've got a lot of blue on my ears. I've got a lot of blue on my neck. This, as a matter of fact, is just from brushing my hair because my hands are now... I did wash it off. Like, my hands were covered in blue. But I did manage to get it washed off. But it's still under my fingernails. I'm actually, as a matter of fact, going to use my tweezers and dig that stuff out of my nails. But this is... Woo, this is what I used. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain this a little bit more why I do this. Okay, so in my experience, because I'm blonde, I always feel like people are staring at me. I know nobody is. It just gives me that anxiety that somebody is staring at me because I'm blonde. Only because of that stereotype. Blondes have more fun, I guess. So I always feel awkward when I'm blonde. That's why I've always done red hair, because red hair, I guess I feel like I'm blending in a little bit more. If my hair is a different color... If my hair is a different color, I feel like I blend in. I don't know, more than blondes do. Because blondes are so eccentric and they always want the attention. And blah, blah. I don't want the attention. I just want to be left alone. I want to blend in. I want to, So I feel like the blue hair helps me blend in just a little bit. Well, the blue hair is going to help me blend in with, I don't know, the eccentric people who like Halloween. But... that's just my deal. That's just how I feel. My opinion. It may be an unpopular opinion, may not be something that's true. I'm hoping that the blue does come off my hands and my head. I was terrified to put my glasses on because I'm afraid I'm going to get blue on the glasses. I'm hoping it comes off my neck as well. Like, it's all the way around the back of my neck too, which is actually funny. But I tend to do that a lot. I always get hair color everywhere. And I did have a black towel as you saw earlier, that the black towel actually takes most of the color. And because the towels that we have that we actually use in the shower are white, not going to use a white towel with blue hair color. I'm not going to use a white towel with hair color anyway. The black one is also the same one that I used when my hair was purple. And then I also have like the head towel that I put on when my hair is wet if I take a shower before I go to bed. So I put the head towel on and it covers my entire hair. So I can sleep without getting hair color all over my pillowcase. But anyway, that's all for today. I have blue hair. And my ends still look really disgusting like they always have. Wow, that's really bad. Anyway, I need a haircut anyway because my hair is so long. Ooh, maybe I should do pigtails. No, okay. I'm going to stop now. Okay. I will be at the Scarydad's Haunted Halloween Show September 28th and 29th, 2019. I hope to see you there. It is in Houston, Texas. It's at the Crown Plaza. If you know the intersection that I'm talking about, it is legitimately at the I-10, 610 interchange. Anyone who's from the Houston area knows that interchange. Luckily, it is right off of I-10, so you're going to exit before. There's an IKEA on the opposite side of the freeway. There's also a Marquee, I believe, over there. It's been a while since I've been down that far because I-10, 610 interchange is terrifying and the traffic is always so bad. Trying to get on to 610 from I-10, but trying to get on to 610 from any freeway is terrifying. Anyway, I will be there. All of my books are available on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and CLConnolly.com. And I hope to see you at the convention later this month. Bye!